Welcome to this special Thanksgiving where we're gonna make some recipes that you can use to make at home in the next celebration. So that's why you can share with us this beautiful recipe that we're gonna make today. It's gonna be our vegan stuffing. So here we have some ingredients and we're gonna start with the most important ingredients. Always I'm saying garlic, onion and celery is the key when we need to keep more flavor. So I'm gonna start to chop a little bit of onion. You can use white or you can use yellow, that is up to you. I'm gonna start to chop like this. In this case we're gonna use just half of the onion. We're gonna use a little bit of celery. In this case, I'm using just one stick. So we're gonna start to chop like this too. And now, garlic, the king of the kitchen. I'm gonna shred it. I'm gonna grate with a cheese grater. Sometimes it's more easy to use like this, but also you can chop it. Look at that. So now, we are ready to preheat the pan. We're gonna put on medium heat. And in this case, I'm gonna use half avocado oil and half ghee. Ghee is pretty important for this recipe because are gonna help us to get a better fatty flavor. Because remember, we're making a vegan stuffing, so we don't have turkey, but we have the good flavor from a vegan option. So now we're gonna preheat, and then we're gonna start to add all the ingredients, but always remember together. Because garlic burns pretty fast, so that's why you need to put with other ingredients always. Now we're gonna use a Granny Smith apple. So in this case, we're gonna peel off. If you want to keep the skin, it doesn't matter, you can skip it, but sometimes you can get better consistency if you peel off. So in this case, just we're gonna use half of the portion. And just we're gonna dice it. Ya me puse nerviosa. We're gonna mix very well. Remember that we need to fry until translucent all the ingredients. So here, remember, we have garlic, onion, and celery. And now, here we have other important ingredients. So this is pecan nut, and pecan nut help us sometimes to get a good flavor, like smoky flavor, and you can see the color. It's brown, so that's why it's very important using for this type of vegan stuffing. So in this case, I'm gonna put 3/4 cup of pecan nuts here. You can chop it if you want, but in this case, we're gonna blend it. It's more easy. Just like that, pretty fast. Now it's ready, and now we're gonna start to add other important ingredients. Date. In this case, we're gonna use a big date. You can use one or two. This is pretty big, so that's why we're gonna use just one, and we're gonna chop it to get more sweet flavor. In the stuffing, it's pretty important the sweet, sour, and savory flavor mixed together. Now we are ready. We're gonna start to add here in the pan. Now, a little bit of salt too. It's very important to add a little bit of salt in this step to bring out the good juices from the veggies. Now, apple, diced apple. And here we have a little bit of gluten-free croutons. So just you need to toast them in your oven at 325 Fahrenheit for 15 minutes and then are gonna be crunchy. So here we have 2 gluten-free slices. So now we're gonna add here and mix it up. In this step, obviously you can add a little bit of ground black pepper if you want, so why not? Ground black pepper always is a must. So we're gonna add a pinch. 1 teaspoon of monk fruit for the sweet flavor. And now, last but not least, our pecan nut. Why we're gonna put at the finish of the recipe? Because sometimes pecan nuts burn pretty fast and also stick in the pan. That's why it's gonna be the last ingredient. Smell good, right? Smells pretty good. Now we're gonna finish the recipe adding a little bit of broth. In this case, we're gonna use bone broth, but again, you can use chicken broth too, organic chicken broth, or just water. Even some people use a little bit of coconut milk, so you can use that liquid. So we're gonna add in this case just half cup. We're gonna put a lid. In this step, you can taste it. If you want to add more salt, ground black pepper, or even some more monk fruit. We're gonna cook on low heat, at simmer for 5 minutes, and then it's gonna be ready. And now the stuffing is ready. You can see this beautiful consistency. Remember that you can use as a side, but also you can use as a stuff anything. For example, a portobello or bell pepper too. So you can use for your celebration. Happy Thanksgiving.